she smirked. My old boyfriend messaged me. Maybe I'll return to him. I just nodded. Follow your heart. My girlfriend Sarah had been acting strange for weeks. Late nights, studying, phone calls she'd take in another room, and that distant look during conversations. We'd been together for 4 years, living in our shared apartment near campus, where I was finishing my computer science degree. Then came that Tuesday evening when she dropped the bomb. Marcus reached out, she said, barely looking up from her phone. He's doing really well now. Started his own tech company in Silicon Valley. Marcus, her ex from freshman year who'd dropped out to pursue entrepreneurship. The same guy who'd borrowed money from half our friend group and never paid anyone back. He wants to see me when he's in town next week, she continued, that smirk spreading across her face. Maybe I'll meet him. Maybe I'll return to him. She was testing me, waiting for jealousy or anger. I just nodded calmly. Follow your heart, Sarah. Her confidence faltered for a moment, like she'd expected a fight, but I meant it. If she wanted to chase someone from her past, I wasn't going to stop her. The next day, Sarah spent 2 hours getting ready for coffee with Marcus. When she returned, her eyes were practically glowing. He's changed so much. His company just got acquired for $12 million. He drives a Tesla now and lives in this amazing penthouse. Over the following weeks, Sarah became increasingly distant. She'd mention Marcus's latest business trip to New York, or his meetings with investors. Meanwhile, I focused on my senior project, a cybersecurity analysis tool I'd been developing for months. 3 weeks later, Sarah announced she was taking a break from us. Marcus offered me a position at his company. Marketing director, 6-figure salary. This is my chance at a real future. She moved out that weekend, posting Instagram stories from Marcus's supposed penthouse. Here's what Sarah didn't know. I'd been tracking Marcus online since their first coffee date, not out of jealousy, but curiosity. My cybersecurity project involved analyzing digital footprints for authenticity, and something felt off about his sudden success story. The Tesla was a rental. I found the enterprise receipt in a photo he'd carelessly posted. The penthouse belonged to his cousin, who was out of town for a month. The $12 million acquisition had no record in any business database I could access. But the real breakthrough came when I ran his company's website through my analysis tool. The entire thing was a template, populated with stock photos and fake testimonials. The office address was a UPS store mailbox. I spent the next week building a comprehensive digital portfolio of Marcus's deception. Fake LinkedIn endorsements from non-existent people, photoshopped screenshots of bank statements, even deep-faked video testimonials from supposed investors. When I was certain, I created an anonymous email account and sent everything to Sarah, along with 3 of our mutual friends who'd been praising Marcus's transformation on social media. Sarah called me that night crying, "You ruined everything. He explained all of this. You're just jealous." But her voice wavered. Doubt had crept in. The next morning, Marcus's cousin returned early from his trip. The penthouse charade ended abruptly when Sarah found herself locked out, standing in the hallway with her suitcase, while Marcus stammered excuses about temporary housing arrangements. 2 days later, the rental car company repossessed the Tesla for non-payment. Marcus had been using fake credit applications, and the fraud finally caught up with him. Sarah witnessed the repo, realizing she'd left a genuine relationship for an elaborate con. My phone buzzed with a text from Sarah. "Can we talk?" I was already busy, though. My senior project had caught the attention of a cybersecurity firm that offered me a position before graduation. Real salary, real company, real future. When we finally met for coffee, Sarah looked exhausted. "I made a terrible mistake," she began. "Marcus was lying about everything. The company, the money, all of it." She reached across the table. "Can we try again?" I finished my coffee and stood up. "Sarah, you didn't leave me for Marcus. You left me for what you thought Marcus represented. Status, money, an easier life. That person is still in there." I pulled out my phone, showing her my new job offer. This is what building something real looks like. 6 months later, I'm settled in my new position, working on projects that actually matter. My digital security tool helped expose 2 more elaborate romance scams. Sarah's still in town, working retail and posting vague social media updates about learning to appreciate authentic people.